Good morning, you guys. I'm so excited for this swim across the Hudson. It's really going to be an exciting event that we will be bringing you all morning long. We're so proud of Pete. It's for such a great cause.
Yeah, we're going to try to do a little play-by-play when he ultimately gets in the water. But now let's bring him in to join us before he joins that team of Navy SEALs for a swim across the Hudson. Pete, describe the energy there right now.
Great energy. The energy just arrived off the bus, by the way. You look at these guys, they're beasts. They're Navy SEALs. They're the best of the best. There's about 50 of them, I think, in total that'll be jumping in the water with me. And it's an awesome scene. We're here right at the 9/11 Memorial with the Freedom Tower behind us. You got the New Jersey State Police. The NYPD is supporting the event. The New York's Bravest. The FDNY will be here. I mean, the Coast Guard. So they're escorting along the route. But guys, I mean, these guys are in monster shape. It's going to be no problem for them. I've already met an MMA fighter who's going to be my personal security today, Kaj Larson, who's my swim buddy, who dragged me through the water last year. He says he's going to draft off me this year. That's a lie. But what they did spring on me is that before we jump in the water, guys, apparently there's also a 1 mile run. So before, which I was not aware of and did not train for. But we're gonna start with push-ups, do a mile run over to the point where we're going to jump in the water. Then the swim begins. But the cool part is twofold. We're honoring God and country this morning. There'll be a prayer, the anthem, everything, a ceremony here before we start, running with flags. And then ultimately the cause is the GI Go Fund, an awesome organization, gigo.org, raising money for homeless vets entrepreneurship. Just a wonderful cause. So I hope our viewers will check that out. That's why these guys are doing it. And honored to be here, about to get wet.
Good luck, Pete. We can't wait for you to get wet after that surprise 1 mile run. We will be checking in with you all morning long. We'll let you get ready for it, get going. All right.
You got it.
And Pete, let me ask you this. We're going to start talking now. Now, big news we saw. We stick around for a second because we had a surprise press conference last night. President just all of a sudden says, yeah, we're going to hold a press conference. And in it, the news that we took away was really him vowing to sign an executive order by the end of the week because Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer can't get this deal when he's been sitting with Mnuchin and Mark Meadows. Now, the president tweeted about that, saying this: Pelosi and Schumer only interested in bailout money for poorly run Democrat cities and states. Nothing to do with China virus. Want $1 trillion. No interest. We are going a different way. Before you get wet, Pete, what are your thoughts?
Well, he's exactly right. I mean, they're trillions of dollars apart. The Democrats have said they want money to bail out blue states from the very beginning. If you can't run your state and your pension fund, why use a COVID-19 crisis to do so? So I think Republicans have been right to be laser focused on a more tailored unemployment, on extending the PPP, payroll tax breaks, if possible. But that may end up all coming in the form of an executive order because ultimately the Democrats are digging their heels in because they think, Emily, that the pain on this is the leverage they have. And that's really unfortunate for people who are struggling and still in need of help because lockdowns in a lot of states continue.
That's exactly right, Pete. And in the beginning, the initial relief, the initial coronavirus relief was really like a blanket, right? It was exactly what everyone needed, but it didn't have that surgical, tailored approach that people really need now. And I've heard, for example, a argument against the payroll tax of saying, well, that doesn't help people without jobs. But the point is that they both need help. We need to help in these accurate, specific ways for both business owners and employees and also those who are unemployed right now. Todd, your thoughts?
Well, I'm just curious, why are they clapping? You can't leave the clapping without asking why they're clapping. Pete?
Oh, yeah, they're clapping because the New Jersey State Police has showed up. So this is a group that appreciates service. The New Jersey State Police are here with us all morning to escort us. So it was a spontaneous applause when they showed up. Listen, a lot of discussion in this country about law enforcement and police. And I'll tell you, these SEALs who've done deployment after deployment after deployment have nothing but love for the men and women in blue who do the hard work every day. So it's a really patriotic scene. They're doing their thing whether we have a show or not.
Right.
These are Navy SEALs, so we play by their timeline and their rules. But guys, as they go forward, and we're going to bring you the opening ceremony, this is just preparation for it. You mentioned the impromptu press conference yesterday at Bedminster. I don't have power at my house, so I have no TV, but I do have Sirius XM radio, so I listened to most of it. And one portion in particular was interesting. So a member of the press asked, well, why are there people in the room who are not wearing masks? Some of which were, but many of which are members of the club in the back. They said, why aren't they wearing masks? Is that okay? The president was quick and knew exactly how to respond. Listen.
Just in this room, you have dozens of people. You're not following the guidelines in New Jersey, which say you should not have.
No, they don't have. It's a political activity. You're wrong on that because it's a political activity. They have exceptions, political activity, and it's also a peaceful protest. You know, you have an exclusion in the law. It says peaceful protest or political activity, right? In fact, specifically, yeah, it says exactly political activity or peaceful protest. And you could call it political activity, but I'd call it peaceful protest.
This great nation that we've been so blessed, so very blessed, to be American, out of the gate, carte blanche.
So Griff,
sharp response indeed.
Here, by the way, so yeah, sharp response indeed. There's a prayer going on here, so we're going to keep it very quiet. But ultimately, so I'll toss it to you guys to comment. As soon as it's done, I'll chime in as well.